Hey, you guys, welcome to another episode of the MASE and SHADY Show. We are reviewing Housewives of Atlanta, season 15, episode 5. We are also doing a Wendy Williams update because Real Housewives didn't give us what needed to be gave. So we're going to combine it with something else. We're going to start combining Housewives with another hot topic because it's just not giving. And one thing I gotta say to Bravo with this season, we already discussed that the cast need to be revamped and all that. We don't need 20 episodes like y'all normally do with Atlanta Housewives. We just need 10 episodes. We don't need
10 and probably 2 on the reunion.
We need a 2-part. We need a 2-part reunion. We don't need a 3-part. We do not need a 3-part. If Andy give us a 3-part, I'm gonna throw my remote out the window and I'm not gonna get it back. I'm gonna throw it out the window. We only need one or 2 parts.
I think the 2 parts could settle it up, they're gonna ask, all that stupid stuff in the beginning.
A 10, 15, 20 episode season. Do 10 episodes. Like I said, the way it's going, because we're almost halfway through the season and we're still talking about Marlo's storyline that she's mad that Candy wasn't held accountable for something that she didn't do. So, as far as I'm concerned, we could just end it at 10 episodes and be done with that.
Yeah, they can wrap it up.
But we're going to start off. Yes, we need to wrap it up because y'all not giving. Next episode seems like y'all going to be hype a little bit. But
yeah, fast forward to this. Let me see Candy. I want to see Candy. Get people in check.
I like seeing Candy buck up, but Candy didn't buck up on Mama Joyce the way I wanted her to. So that also was lackluster to me. I'm tired of seeing the same thing. It's been 10 years, like you said, Candy. You've been married to this man 9 years. I know you love your mama. Let's skip ahead. Let's just go and skip ahead because the storylines wasn't storylining this episode. So let's get to where Candy was talking to Mama Joyce at her house. I just felt like Candy was taking it a little bit too easy on Mama Joyce, which the only way Mama Joyce is gonna understand is if you cut her off financially. And I know it's hard to hear, but that's the only way that Mama Joyce mentally is going to get it. She's not going to get it otherwise because you're doing everything else for her for free. So she feels like she can say whatever she want to say, and it's not going to be any repercussions. I can still get my rent paid. My bills are still paid. I can do whatever I want to do. Cut her off the minute she talk about Todd. Then she'll stop talking. I bet you she'll stop talking about Todd. Go ahead, Mace.
I think, if she does, cut off the purse strings, she would stop, in her tracks. But, she's an older woman. She's stuck in her ways. She's real ornery. And I said what I said.
It's real in herself. You telling Candy how to keep a man. Candy's been married to this man for 9 years.
Yes.
If he was a bum or a cheat or whatever, he would have been gone by now. This man has stuck beside her for 9 years. They almost 10 years strong in this game.
I want I was just curious because when Candy had mentioned to her mother when her mother tried to throw up in Candy's face that with me, I want every time I see him, he's sleeping in the back or at the strip club, but we go to the strip club together. I wonder how does Mama Joyce feel about Candy's open freakness with her husband.
I'm sure she don't acknowledge that part. Anything to do with what Candy is doing, she don't acknowledge that part.
Yeah.
But my thing is, of course, Todd not gonna want to be around Mama Joyce when she comes to the house. Of course, he's gonna be in the back room and not come out. Why would you want to come out to somebody who always talking shit? I mean, we in the 5-minute bracket. Mess about you.
Well, yeah.
This is just that toxic, bitter old woman in her own room talking mess.
Well, she better be very, very glad that Todd is somewhat respectful and that his mother, raised to right, and that his mother is, God bless her dead, no longer here.
Miss Sharon got Mama Joyce.
Miss Sharon was going to get. She's like, "Don't be coming at me or cabbage." She was
love me some Miss Sharon.
Like
I wish she would have lived a little bit longer because we needed Miss Sharon on this show because Miss Sharon wasn't putting up with her or old lady gang.
Right.
Like she was cool with I think one of the old lady gang members. I can't remember the nice. Nora. She was cool with one of them because she was actually nice, but Miss Sharon don't play no games, and I love Miss Sharon for that. She was sticking up for her son. She wasn't putting up with Mama Joyce.
Yeah, Miss Sharon is from the Bronx. She's from the Bronx, over there 167 by Boston Road. She's
buried down here in Atlanta, though.
Huh?
I think she's buried down here in Atlanta.
She probably is buried out here out there in Atlanta. But she's from the Bronx. She's from the Bronx, 167, not too far from where I grew up at. She seemed very down to earth. She seems like she'd get a drink. She liked to play cards. She just remind me of the ladies that I grew up around, like they play the cards, get their little drink.
The old aunties who used to play cards and cut up at the cookout.
Right. They playing
you have a good time with and give you a good advice. And you go to, when you need some help. That was Miss Sharon. So I do miss Miss Sharon for that. But Mama Joyce,
it's getting redundant. Like after a while, and I like Mama Joyce, no disrespect, Mama Joyce. But
no disrespect, because I'm sick of Mama Joyce. She in real life, she act like she can do whatever she want to do, and she always name dropping. And this, like I told you, I had this real life experience with her. She was name dropping Candy name in the midst of her cutting up. Like we supposed to act better because she Candy Mama. No.
You know who my daughter is?
I'm Candy Mama. I don't care. So we're gonna start with this episode, and we're just gonna breeze on by, and then we're gonna go on to our hot topic of the day. So the episode starts off with "Hey Ray." The episode starts off with Marlo and them banging on the door at Candy's hotel room. Like I said, it looked like Candy. Not Kenya. I'm sorry, not Candy, but Kenya's hotel room. It looked like Kenya was taking a shower, like she just got out the shower. That's what it looked like to me. Marlo was exaggerating and making it seem like she was looking like a demon. No, she was just looking like she got out the shower and y'all was banging on the door and y'all was upset.
And she was looking like somebody who woke up or, that was trying to get ready for bed and someone's banging on their door and then they're getting, because you be alarmed. Like imagine in your room, peaceful, right. You're trying to get bed and you just hear, what the?
With a child. And you have a child.
You don't know if it's an emergency in the hotel room that y'all got to evacuate. Anything could be running through her mind at that time. Hey, Cleo.
Hey, Cleo, you're not that late. And then Marlo has the nerve to talk about Kenya older than me. How older than you is she, Marlo? You always want to be a child. You always want to revert back to childhood. I'm so sick of Marlo. It's just unbelievable. Bravo has done a terrible job of casting. Marlo is not suitable to be a housewife.
Marlo.
First of all, number one, she can't maintain a man. You have to maintain a steady man without being an escort. When you're an escort, you get many different men, depending on the rate, how long they book you or whatever. Marlo has never been that stable woman. She's always been bought, and sold like a,
Not bought and sold.
bought and sold.
You talking about her coochie down to the auction block.
She's down to the auction block being bought and sold, and then want to talk about she's young and Kenya's so much older than her. And then she had the audacity when Kenya read them for filth, as she should. I would have did the same thing. Get the fuck away from my. I mean, we at the 10-minute mark. Get the hell away from my door. And Marlo couldn't take it out on Kenya, so she took it out on her little minion, Monyetta, and just slammed the door on Monyetta.
That was just ridiculous. I mean, Monyetta. I like Monyetta.
You didn't do enough for me.
I like Monyetta, but I think Monyetta is not. I'm gonna need for Monyetta to exit stage left at this point, because Monyetta, you are not giving, because Marlo slammed clearly, and that door was pretty heavy.
That door on you.
See that door was heavy, and then she pushed the door on you just by chance, and you threatened to call Ray Ray and them. Look.
Why would you call Ray Ray and them, and you in Birmingham? It's gonna take them a while to get there. I mean, by the time they get there, Marlo will be gone.
You could definitely go toe to toe with Marlo. I don't need to call Ray Ray and nobody, because I'm gonna handle your senior citizen chroming behind.
I mean, that scene was so fucking. I mean, so I'm over here cussing. This scene, it's just.
That's all right. We're not monetized.
We not at this. We not right now. We not right now. Let's say that.
We're not at this moment. So
it was so childish. Monyetta, I needed you to stand up for yourself a little bit more. Not talking to Sheree and talking about what Ray Ray and them gonna do. You should have walked outside with Marlo and told her that you're not gonna slam no doors on me, because Marlo was standing outside looking in the window, looking at Monyetta. Like, that don't even make sense.
Like, Marlo, like, ooh, what?
And then the hotel brought her drink outside. What type of mess is that? What type of establishment brings your drink outside to the curb? Y'all really ain't got nothing going on in Birmingham, because there's no establishment in Atlanta that will bring your drink outside.
It was curbside drinking, okay?
No, it wasn't curbside. It was street side. She was on the curb outside, and he was like, here go your drink. I was over it. Monyetta didn't do enough for me. She did.
And all these empty threats, like, because if I get mad, I'm
really a bad bee, and I would call Ray Ray and them.
I'm angry. Monyetta, we don't believe you. You need more people. We don't believe you.
Monyetta, I wanted for you to rise up a little bit. Yeah, she was really on the curb and talking mess from outside, looking in through the window.
Monyetta, we're gonna need you to rise up for the days and you rise up. We're gonna need you to rise up, Monyetta, and stand in your place. So get a backbone, stand strong.
Y'all remember when we had good friends of the show? Y'all remember when the friends of the show used to make things look better, not worse? Y'all remember when the friends of the show used to keep the mess going?
Mm-hmm. They was having orgies with strippers. The friends of the show,
all types of stuff. I'm not even talking about LaToya and them, but
I'm just saying the shows, they was carrying. Now
they used to carry. It's just like, and somebody brought up a good point that we shouldn't judge the black shows too harshly, because even though Atlanta Housewives this season isn't that great, it's still better than a lot of the white shows. But I don't watch the white shows. I watch the black ones, so I can only judge the black ones. I don't watch the.
I'm a white show watcher. I'm a white show watcher, and
Bravo.
Yeah, Bravo. I'm waiting for the I like the Summer House, Southern Charm, and stuff like that.
Summer Charm, Confederate Charm is what I like to call it.
I'm very persuasion at times. Not the persuasion. At times, I'm very eclectic. I like a lot of different things. Okay? But I will peep in on Southern Charm, like Southern Charm and other shows. Jersey was one of my favorites.
Jersey is very colored adjacent. It's
I
very
didn't get,
colored
yeah, because
adjacent.
they basically
So
black. Black Glory.
if you want to pick anything that you want to might slip into Jersey. Jersey has some mess for
Because,
you.
like the Italians, anyway, they give him Mulian. Anyway, they give him Mulian. No, the Italians are a black adjacent. Anyway, yeah, y'all black, very much so.
But they still had the same. They have
like the
Jersey
New York. I
has
love
been
New
going
York.
on for 10 years though. Like Teresa and Melissa has been going on for 10 years.
Yeah, they kind of boring. They're not, because this is why I couldn't even really get into this season.
But that was the main storyline this season was Melissa and Teresa, and y'all been doing the same thing, arguing about the same thing for 10 years.
Yeah, but I'm really excited to see New York, because New York, I think they revamped it. They have a whole
everything. They got a whole new cast.
I'm very excited to see what's going on over
and
there.
Interracial. It's very interracial.
I want to see what's going on over there. But
it's just too non-black over there. It's
yeah,
like aren't they racist over there? Like, didn't one of them get kicked off the show for being racist?
I'm racist. I embrace race. Like, if I'd rather know you're racist. Like, I don't
I need to look color. I'm sorry.
I don't like you either. Like, I'm saying, like, we need to understand. Like,
I watch a few persuasion shows, but not that many anymore. I don't watch that.
I like certain persuasion shows because I'm very, like, a lot of people I've been called Oreo all my life because I like alternative music. I like heavy metal. I like different things. So I'm like into different things. But shit, I'm racist too. But
that's why you like
black
Trump?
people can be racist.
That's why you like Trump?
No, yeah, I said, but no, I like Trump because Trump is hilarious. Trump is just a funny person to me. When he does this,
listen, we need to talk about it on Saturday. Everybody's jumping into this presidential race.
He's just hilarious to me.
Trump, the guy, the black activist, I forget his name. The one that looked like
running for president. I forgot his name.
The one that looked like Don King with the hair.
One that had the little fro, but he just seems very distinguished. Sometimes he speaks very well. I forgot his name, but he is running for president. He threw his hat in the ring.
He ain't gonna get it. He can run for congressman or something, but I'm gonna need for real politicians to run. I'm tired of these celebrities running. I'm really sick of y'all. Cornell,
this is just a free for all. Like, this is a free for all. This is not even. I don't even why people take the politics stuff like it's like a sport. It's like when you see it's like a sport and it's like more of a game to me because I know they really don't run stuff. Like, our vote really don't matter to me. Like, they don't really run stuff. It does
matter.
It's families. It's like $1 families that run the world. Like, they don't even run the world. Like, the world is ran. When people really find out what's really going on, people are going to be sitting there looking stupid. Like, I believe this. Like, you believed it. Mm-hmm. But all the election and stuff, this is entertainment. And I think they invented like this for just for entertainment to see how people would react and how dumb people are. And because people are so, I love to people watch. People are stupid.
Like, speaking of stupid, let's talk about how Sanya went to Birmingham, left, came back to Birmingham, and then got kicked out and got sent back. I would have been pissed. But I'm not mad at Kenya for being like on the phone when Sanya decided to insert herself in the conversation when it had nothing to do with Sanya. And she decided to insert herself. I would have did the same thing. Sanya, you can go home. It don't matter. You can go. You can go. Dismissed Sanya like it was nothing.
Well, I'm glad she dismissed her flip flop.
I'm not mad at that at all. I was actually here for it. I was actually here for it. Bye, Sanya. Bye.
And I was like, she's a flipper. She's a flopper. Or no, she
wasn't the only one flipping and flopping this episode. We have MARROW not accepting responsibility, saying that Kenya took control over her body and caused her to act the way that she acted. Then she sent a juvenile text message to her, calling her a B and very high school. You're in your 50s. Let's act. I can't imagine being in my 50s acting like this. In my 50s, I pray to God that I'm in a better place. where I'm not arguing with bees in in text message about knocking on their door. I hope
Yeah.
to be in a better position. I really hope
Yeah,
that.
she should definitely by now. She should be in a space. Either do it or don't. You want to do it or don't. You don't need to talk about it because we don't need to see anything. You cursing her out. Just shut up. It was just childish. It was really
It
childish. And
was
Marlo,
very childish, and I just couldn't get into it. Then we get into
she was like
Todd.
really excited about the text messages. I text her and I
I
said,
text her, "You stupid bee," and
like, girl, bye. Nobody.
you're 50. You're 50. Okay, next topic.
Like Marlo.
Marlo, I'm just over it. They should have never cast Marlo as the peach holder. Kenya, I don't think Kenya was all that bad in this instance. In this instance, they were wrong for coming to that lady door and knocking on her door.
And especially knowing that
And,
she had to go to with her, that could have
and
waited.
yeah, and it was unfortunate that she got sick. I think she was gonna perform at the same game that they was performing at on College Hill. Weren't they at the same game at Magic City? Wasn't
They
that in
were
Birmingham?
somewhere. They were
Because
some.
if it was gonna be Kenya and then New York and then all of them other people, I said, okay, so I see what they was trying to do. They was trying to have a little reality show like going on.
Yeah. Well, man,
Because
I gotta look into that because maybe.
because quiet as it kept. Atlanta not giving, but College Hill is stupid, but it's funny to me. It's funny.
Yeah.
It's funny.
It's funny.
And
And shout out to Jocelyn Hernandez. I am like
I
so
love
proud.
Jocelyn. I love Jocelyn.
I do,
I
and then, like
do.
in her Drink Champs. If y'all didn't check it out, check out her Drink Champs interview. It was really good. But she was trying to get more emotional and trying to talk about the side of her drug, and they just brought brush her over. Like, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm like, just stop, let her speak. And she ended up speaking, saying that this is the first time that she's able to perform without any of those narcotics that she's taking. Without any alcohol, any extra narcotics, and she was very proud of herself. And we are proud of you too,
And that's
Jocelyn.
good for her. Good for her. It just take a small step. It just take a step. You can strip.
But
You
for
don't have
her
to
to
strip
even
on the
talk about it and admit it, because that's what's the first step. Because if you
No,
don't
we
admit,
already knew she was on powder.
no, we all knew, but you know what is different? Because like even like with like Stevie J today, if you bring it up probably to Stevie J, he would probably be like, nah. But when somebody's
Stevie
willing
J is
to,
a liar.
but I'm saying, but when somebody's willing to admit, like, yes, I was on, and I was doing this, it means they're ready to be clean. You know what I'm saying? They're ready to give it up, because as long as you keep lying and saying, no, I'm not doing that. Oh, no. You're hiding. The only person you're lying to is yourself. So if she's ready to step out and admit, like, this is what I was doing, this is what I needed to do to perform, and I was high all the time, and now I'm not, I think she's in a place where she's really ready to become sober, and stick with it.
She has a child and she has an adorable daughter, just like Kenya. I think Brooklyn was adorable when they were in the room and she was showing her karate moves. That was adorable. That was a cute little scene, even though Sheree fake as hell.
No, don't hug that lady. We got to teach Brooklyn the sign, the spirit of discernment. You know what I'm saying? Don't nope.
Kids don't know.
No, they know. I knew when I was a child. I'm telling you, my grandmother used to try to force me to speak to people. And if I saw that spirit on them and I didn't like them, I did not speak. There was a lady that lived around the corner. Her name was Janet. And she would always try to, and I remember this was like in 1985. I remember she used to always try to give me like $1 or something, like, here, get me here. And I used to be like, oh, no. And my grandma like, speak to Janet. Your grandma, and she pinching me, like twisting, pinching me, like, say hello. And I'd be like, and I would not speak to this lady. I would not take no money from her. I would not speak to that lady. I would not. Was there something about that lady? And I was a child, and I knew not to speak to that lady. I used to get pinched and shoved by my grandmother. You disrespectful. I told you to speak. You do what I say. I'm like, nope.
That's true. I mean, but I think that scene was really cute. I think Brooklyn is really adorable, and I think it's a redeeming quality for people who don't really like Kenya. You can see the redeeming quality in her when she's with her daughter, and she really does care about her daughter. So, and that shows. So Kenya and Sheree meet up, and Sheree flip flops and act like she was not banging on her door, and that she I can't stick up for Marlo for what she did when you was doing it too. Like this is what I be talking about with Sheree is the flip flopping, agenda, and you don't remember what happened.
Right. She's a flipper. She's a pancake. That lady is a snake. Yo, she real fake. She is a flipper. She's a pancake. I'm gonna have to put that down on wax.
This is what we're reduced to in this season. We're talking about who knocked on the door. That's all we have to talk about. It's really ridiculous. We already talked about Candy meeting with Mama Joyce, and then she really not getting anywhere. I feel like I said, I feel like Mama Candy needs to cut Mama Joyce off financially. That's the only way Mama Joyce is gonna get her act together. Otherwise, she's gonna continue doing what she's been doing.
I wonder how would Candy feel if Candy. I wonder how would she feel if Kayla would do that to her.
Like Todd said, Kayla is fed up. I would be fed up with it too, because she dealt with it at the wedding where Mama Joyce went in there and acted like, oh, you need to take care of your original kids instead of his kids. And you was trying to put Riley over Kayla from the beginning and make it seem like Riley has heir to the throne because that's your biological child and she deserves more than Todd's kids. When y'all are supposed to be married, when y'all come together as married, y'all become one. That means his kids, your kids are his kids. Mm-hmm. That's just what it is. But Mama Joyce has been interfering for far too long. She's gone unchecked, and it's not Todd's responsibility to check her. So if I was Todd, I would be in the back room because it's not my responsibility
to allow.
It's Candy
disrespecting me. That's what I'm saying. It's not his responsibility to check her, but it's also not his responsibility to keep allowing her to disrespect him.
Exactly.
As a human, you're human. Like, because if Todd flip out one day and be like, look, you know what I'm saying?
And my patience be low. I will have a moment.
It ain't the damn if that's your mama. Because I'd have been, if I'd have been cursed on Mama Joyce out. Like, Mammy, be damned. Don't play with me. Like, don't play because I'm going to give your mother one. I'm gonna let her get away with one. The second time, I'm gonna warn her. Like, I'm really
because even Mama Joyce said that he came in all meek and mild, and now he's George Jefferson. So are you saying he elevated, or are you saying that he
out here kissing your butt? You know what she say? She's saying that he's out here being George Jefferson. She said he was out here short and acting like he was in charge, acting like he a boss. He was out here with Napoleon syndrome, walking around here like
he really has Napoleon syndrome. I think
that's what she's trying to say that he has. She's saying because he's short and he's trying to be a boss. Because George Jefferson was real bossy, short, and then walking around like
he had money. George Jefferson had money. He had his house. He had a maid.
Yep,
he had his stuff together.
Yes.
Talk about George. You walk to George has his stuff together. His mama was paid. Okay,
right.
She Mama definitely. And she wanted a Bloody Mary all the time, and she was just ready for the mess. Okay, so George Jefferson had it done. So I think Mama Joyce is just miserable and old and needs a rose vibrator. So we get on to the vitamin drip because everybody been sick and having colds. And then Sheree is mad because Drew said that she took the She by Sheree at the reunion.
Did we ever get to the bottom of this? Did she take it or not?
I think it's semantics. Maybe she took a few pieces. Maybe she let them have a T-shirt, or maybe Drew wanted a bag and she couldn't get a bag. I don't know. I really don't care because nobody's going on She by Sheree website.
Yeah, it's over. Like, is she by gone? She's gone. She's gone. That's what it is. That's it. We're not worried about she by Sheree. You had your moment. You blew it.
So since she broke the internet, do you have anything to say about the episode before we get on to the hot topic of the evening?
Sandra, I don't even know why you came back. Candy, check your mother before you lose your man. Marlo, stop it. Just stop, Marlo. We liked it when you were a friend. Like, you trying too hard. I don't know what's the problem, but it seems like you're just trying too hard and it's not becoming. And Kenya, I feel bad that she missed the performance. She looked like she really wanted to perform when she's taking out that outfit. I thought she was going to try it on right then and there. She was like, so
it's sad. She wanted to perform real bad, but it seemed like she was sick. She was coughing while it was on the bus, and like we said previously, like if I'm in a closed location with you and you over here coughing the whole time, I'm gonna have an issue with that. Like, drop me off. Drop me off.
Let me out now. Let me out now. Let me out right now.
Let me off now before we get to Alabama so I can get a ride back. Let me do that because I'm not finna be getting up here sick. I hate being sick personally. I hate it. I take my vitamin C every day so I don't get sick. And you're not finna be in here coughing in my face.
One thing about Kenya will pull a disappearing act. Did you see how everybody thought Kenya was still down to the hospital and then Kenya done damn left? She done got discharged and she was halfway home.
She don't owe them nothing. Fuck them. And then Marlo pretended to get concerned, and then Marlo kills me. Oh, we're gonna be great when we get to Atlanta, and then as soon as Marietta walk away, then you talk a mess about Marietta. Like, you just don't have a genuine bone in your body. Like, I really don't see it for you. You have no likability. And that's part of being a housewife. You can be messy and grimy and all of that, but you have to have some type of likability where the people say, I'm with you, but you messy. But we're just not with you because there's no redeeming qualities.
But it's not working. Like, because like Kenya was the villain. Like, you know, Kenya's the villain. Like, you love to hate. People love to hate Kenya, but they love to hate her. No, we just hating Marlo right now. We're like, just go Marlo. You're not giving.
Like, she's
bringing down the brand. It's like you're trashing out the brand. You're doing everything that you're becoming everything that you're trying not to be. If that makes sense. You know, she's trying not to be from the gutter. She's trying not to be the poor girl. She's trying not to be the pig that someone smeared lipstick on. But it's coming off that way. That's why, like, you're becoming everything that you set out not to be. And it's really bringing it down. It's bringing the housewives down. Like, the housewives was going down, but now that Marlo has a peach,
it's really bad now. It's really bad now.
That's her.
So we can't ignore it. So we're just gonna move forward because we did a little half review because it wasn't nothing. So the next hot topic of the evening, we have to talk about Wendy Williams. Her son is saying that she's unaliving as we speak, and she has nobody around her that's helping her. And so, what do you have to say about Wendy Williams?
Well, the son actually spoke out for the first time. He actually sat down and conducted an interview with the son, I believe. And he stated that her manager, that was like a jeweler or something, I think his name is Will, if I'm not mistaken, that he feels that this manager doesn't have his best interest at heart, that he's trying to put Wendy into certain deals, and he believes that they're feeding her and plying her with alcohol to make her probably complicit, and that she's
alcohol right now. She don't need no alcohol.
And that she's dealing with severe alcoholism, and that he understands that his mother drinks more than the average person. And the only thing with that is that it can be very detrimental to her health, being that she has some type of deformity or affliction, that whereas her intake of alcohol or any type of probably anything she intakes take a while to process through her body. The process is very slow. So the alcohol stays in her system longer than it should, and that's not good for her, especially with this lymphedema. And he said, you know,
my thing is, how is she getting the access to the alcohol? Is she going and buying it, or are people bringing it to
the manager and the people who's over her conservators? He said whoever is like the conservator, then he did mention the manager by name, Will, and he called him the jeweler. He said that he feels that this person does not have her best interest at heart. He didn't even know that his mother left and she went back to Florida. He said they called him and told him that his mother was in the hospital. And then he never knew that she was out. It's like a whole bunch. It seems like I'm like Kevin is in the dark. He seemed like he's in the dark about a lot of things.
He is in the dark because I don't even think that he knows what's going on. Because Wendy Williams was, like I told you before, I think it was after the show or after hours. Wendy was set to come to Atlanta to the Atlanta Women's Expo. She was on the program, and she canceled last minute because of health issues. It wasn't specified what type of health issues she had, but she canceled last minute, and this is supposed to be her comeback. This is supposed to be her.
She's not coming nowhere with that foot. She's not going anywhere with that foot. She needs to get rid of that foot. That foot could be causing all types of fuck.
It's probably got gangrene in it, you know. At this point,
gray and it's another color, and you can't even stand on it. At this point, it has to be spewing.
The foot is dead.
Throughout this, is what I'm saying. You can't have a dead limb on your body without it spewing toxicity throughout your whole body and eventually going to your brain and killing you, just knocking you down. You'll be standing, boom, and you just fell out, and you're in a coma with brain trauma. Because of that infection and traveled all the way up. That foot is gray.
That foot is dead. Like when she lifted up her foot and showed it to the masses, I said, "Oh, that's a dead foot."
And it's been dead for a while. Like
that foot is dead.
This is very I am a big, huge Wendy Williams fan. This is very disheartening to me. I'm a huge fan of Wendy Williams. I've been listening to her from the beginning.
It seemed like it happened so fast, and it seemed like it happened all of a sudden. Because it really started when she was on that Halloween episode when she was dressed as the Statue of Liberty. And it seemed like after that, it just started to get worse and worse and worse. It's like she started remembering less, and then after a while, she just didn't show up, and then we had all these extra co-hosts, and then now we have this health crisis, and we don't really know what's going on. It seems like a lot of celebrities are going through health issues right now. What's really going on? Are they coming? Are the people coming back to collect, or what's going on?
I thought they were coming to collect when she fell out with that.
Are they coming to collect, or
but that was? But this is, people can really die and get sick from a broken heart. And I do believe this is what she's suffering from, because when you suffering from a broken heart, your body starts to shut down. Like, I'm serious, because I think she's really suffering from a broken heart.
From Kelly?
Yeah. People have to understand, when you put all your eggs in one basket, like, regardless
I get it, but she knew what was going on.
No,
so
but that's even worse. If you know what's going on and
if you know what's going on, you can prepare mentally.
No. See, this is Shady, this is different. If you know what's going on and you have allowed it to go on, and you think that this is your partner and that this man is never, because I think she really truly believed in her heart, deep down up in here, what I told Tina to sing from, I think she really believed that this man would not leave and he would not have no baby on her. He will cheat. He will have his little side pieces. He'll have his regular, but he will not leave. He's my partner.
She has businesses under Wendy's money.
Have a partner. Like I said, you think as nosy as Wendy is, you think she didn't know about every business that man opened for that woman? But
they opened businesses, like several businesses.
She was giving him his way so he wouldn't leave. That's even worse. If I'm giving you your way, so you could be a partner with me, because we're having a partnership. You're not going to leave me. Like, I'm giving you your way, and then you still leave. That can be devastating. And this is probably a blow to her, because, like she said, she wraps everything into her relationship. Like, she probably didn't really care what he was doing or whatever like that. She probably just wanted that companionship. Like, to know that I have a partner. Some people need to know, because, like, that's what I prefer too. Like, I prefer
that person not really with you and they're with the streets. Then they're with the streets. You need to really find that love within yourself instead of looking for it from other people.
Some people don't have that luxury. Some people don't have that That
You gotta
luxury.
find it. You gotta find it. You gotta love yourself first.
So
Like,
look at her
what was
history. If you go back, even watching the Wendy Williams movie, look what she allowed men to do to her repeatedly. This started from home. It started with her father calling her fat. Like she said, her parents calling her fat, and especially with a man, and when your father is saying stuff to you disheartening.
As a Black child, all of our parents have said toxic stuff to
Right,
us.
but sometimes some things hit.
All of our parents have.
No, but we can't.
Everybody has gone through stuff, and our parents have
But
said.
no, but we can't say that. What affects
you?
us? But what affects you? Because all our parents, my grandmother called the right thing, but it affected me because my grandmother calling me fat.
It does affect us, but we can't hold on to this stuff at 50 like Marlowe.
Some people are not mentally
what happened when we was a kid. We got to grow up. We got
no, but everybody is not. Of course, we just say, "Oh, just grow up, get over it." But everybody is not that mentally strong. See, everybody's mental is different. Some people could grow up and be like, "All right, I'm an adult now, I know, or whatever," and it still hurts, but I can deal with it. Some people shut down. Some people go into cubbyhole and just will shut down and keep it shut down. Like me, if I'm going to, and I will shut down for a while, but then I'll come back. I'll shut down for like probably 2 days, and then I'm back. But some people will stay shut down for a while, you know. And a lot of stuff with she was dating, but for Eric B, what he did to her with the car, he was taking her car, just using her back and forth. She allowed the man to rape her and didn't say anything. Like she didn't say anything. She has been complicit, and even though she seems strong and talking about people and stuff like that, and she seemed like the loud person, inside she's soft and pink, like she always says, because she's allowed people to run over, and especially men, over and over again, because you allowed to be R-word. The man R-worded her, and you didn't say nothing.
She probably deep down had low self-esteem about herself.
Of course.
And a lot of people with low self-esteem like to talk about others, which probably drove her to that career to talk about others on her radio show and then on TV.
She's nosy. She's a nosy fat kid, and gossiping was fun. Like like she said, she's reading the Inquirer. You all of 8, like past the Inquirer. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times when you,
I was reading the Inquirer too. I was reading everything. I was reading Global Grind, Media Takeout.
I was watching Dynasty, Nuts Landing. I was watching General Hospital, All My Children. I was Ryan's Hope. I was down to the Dallas, Nuts Landing. I was watching all. I was like 5, like. Mm-hmm. Alexis, I'm like, oh, Alexis and Crystal's about to fight over Blake. I knew, you know what I'm saying? I knew all the custom thing at a young age. I was nosy. But this is very sad. I think she's really suffering from a broken heart, and this is the effects of a broken heart.
We're going to keep her in prayer. She's going to be on the docket again this weekend, but we just wanted to give y'all a little preview to what we're going to be talking about.
Yeah, like, as well. So they have to be hard. You can't like you see your mother, and a lot of people like with the money and stuff like that, and people who are wealthy in those capacities, like it's sad that how they could just block out. That's her son, and her only son, and her only child. And for somebody could just block him out to where he's not privy to.
But I didn't like the fact that he came out and said that Wendy is dying. I feel like you shouldn't speak things into existence, even though it might not be good.
That's what the thing. He didn't say that in the thing. He said that he's
the articles, the posts have been posting like this is what he's saying.
Yeah, he didn't say that because when
they exaggerate.
The article in the Sun, I read it verbatim. He didn't say that she is. He said, "I am afraid that eventually from going, if she keeps going down the same path and the people around her, and this is what I'm afraid of because it's not looking good from what she's doing." So
she's just not looking good. I don't think she has the best team around her. And I don't know what it's going to take. I really don't know what it's going to take because I don't know who's in charge of her conservatorship or who's in charge of her money right now.
Like this
who's in charge of her money
is bad news. I don't know the way this jeweler person, he's trying to get her into contracts. He said that she did go to Malibu for rehab. She was in rehabilitation in Malibu, and that when he got her into the rehabilitation, when she was there, the jeweler guy came down there and said, "Oh, she has a contract that she needs to fulfill, so she needs to come out the rehab." You understand? So he pulled. So she ended up
getting for what?
Because they said she's doing some reality. He said that the son is saying he thinks she's doing a reality show. He said that the jeweler had reached out to him.
It's gonna be on Zeus.
And he wanted a part of the reality show, which he declined. He didn't want to be a part of the reality show allegedly. But it's really sad.
Yeah, it's really sad. I don't keep up with them Beverly Hills hoes, so I really know what's
Richard,
going
yeah, yeah, poor
on.
Kim. Like, what's her name?
Wendy,
Yeah, no, I'm saying Kim Richards too. The other one, from Beverly Hills, the sisters.
but Kim Richards was on drugs. Wasn't she on drugs?
Yeah, is it Wendy? I mean, well, allegedly is on allegedly.
Kim Richards, I like Kim Richards because she stuck up for herself, even though she was on drugs. She would just be like, "Don't say I was on drugs," you know.
No, that woman, that they are them Hiltons. Them Hiltons are some funny people, boy.
No, they all have their own personality.
All of them,
Kathy is
even Paris mother, the oldest, the older one.
yeah, Kathy.
Yeah, they're all like very like eccentric, and I used to watch. I know the
Well,
other one.
Kathy is a Trump supporter, so I can't really get into them with that. You know, I can't really do them.
People got let up on this on the Trump thing. Like
I just feel like if you're a Trump supporter, I just have certain judgments about you. If you are avid Trump supporter and you believe
I said, because
everything,
I don't support everything he said because I think some of the things he say is crazy, but some things he say make sense.
sometimes he does, but it's not him speaking.
Yes,
It's
but not
his
him
team.
genuinely from the thing from genuine, but he's playing up to what he needs to be. But I think what he wants them to be, like as far as the he's playing up and people fall for it. Like he said, because he said this in the 80s. He said, I'm gonna run for president. If I ever run for president, I'm gonna run under the Republican Party because they're so stupid. They believe anything you say. So if you can look at the tape as the Republican Party, look back at a tape of a man saying that y'all stupid, and now I'm only going to act this way to get y'all riled up because you're dumb, and y'all still rile up and still y'all fools, like a whole bunch of fools, like fools. You're both of them.
But we'll talk about it more on Saturday when we get into our other hot topics. But do you have anything else to say about that little episode of Housewives of Atlanta and
No.
and Wendy?
I wish Wendy get it together. I don't want anything bad to happen to Wendy because like Wendy is an icon, and I just hope that a miracle happens and she gets herself together and we see her, at least hear her back on radio. Like even to hear her on a podcast, Wendy don't even need to be seeing her voice alone.
She don't really need to be on TV. She could be. Her voice is iconic. She's been on radio for years.
Behind the mic. We don't
focus on your health first.
Wendy, you are needed in these streets. Wendy, do not let this thing with Kelvin. You can find another, and that's why she was always hopping like, "I'm gonna find another man. I'm gonna find another man." She probably thought that Kelvin was gonna be like, "Look, she's finding another man." Having the dating game on her show and all that stuff, and out there with Black China with the young boys with them booty shorts with her butt just hanging from underneath them shorts. I think she was doing a lot of that to make Kelvin jealous, and he didn't give a damn. So that even, made it even worse. Like a lot of times,
Kelvin about to lose his mistress because he ran out of money.
That's what he did. It's a sad scene that nobody's a winner when the family feuds. Yeah. Who wins when the family feuds? If they had stuck together in their threesome relationship and Kelvin didn't try to get out of pocket and have a baby, if Kelvin had stuck to the rules, we wouldn't even be here discussing her foot. He should have stuck to the damn rules. She let him have a woman. She gave you an apartment. Nobody told you to go get houses and dogs. That dog was it. Because remember when Wendy bought that dog and she had that big Doberman-like dog? And she was like, my dog. And she was all excited about having the dog. And then she got rid of it. She never mentioned that dog again. The dog just disappeared because she was talking about the dog every day, showing pictures of the dog. Then all of a sudden, the dog just magically disappeared. That's when she had found out that Kelvin had that house down the street with Serena and had a dog. And she ended up getting rid of that dog because she couldn't take that. We have a family dog, and now I see that dog. And she couldn't take that. So that's, you got rid of your dog because of a man. So imagine, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm not getting rid of my cat because if my husband have another cat with some other lady, I'm not getting out of here. You know what I'm saying?
The dog was a manifestation of their union and them coming together and bonding. Dogs bond, with their owners, their trainers, and everything.
Yeah,
So
but you
it was her way of bonding with Kelvin.
Yeah,
And
because she said she did not like, she doesn't like dogs, but she fell in love with this dog. Her husband wanted it or such and such. And that has to be a blow. Like my husband, I'm not really a dog person, but I'm gonna get this dog from, because my husband wants it. But I'm, you interacting with the dog, you become oh, it's so cute. Then you find out he cheated and he got a pet, another pet. Oh no, he gonna find
another baby.
right. See, somebody would have been strung up. Somebody would have to go. We ain't spray painting on the door. Somebody would have to go. But I'm be on what's that? Delilah. What they called her, the Delilah something. That girl who contract to try to kill her husband.
It's been several of those. It's been several of those.
I said Delilah something because she got caught and everything on camera with her telling the guy what to do everything. So she was like, "No, I didn't do it." They played the tape like, "Ma'am, we have you on camera. You're sitting there telling the guy." Hey, ranting. But that definitely would have been me like, I have a problem. I have a problem. Like, no, because somebody would have to go. It would have been some slow thing and a flower break.
We're just going to send, our prayers up for Wendy. We want her to do better. I just really think that she needs a brand new team. Whatever she got around her is not working. We need a whole new team of new people. Somebody close to her. There has to be somebody close to her who really cares about her well-being for real. Like not financially, but about her mental, her physical, just her being herself. Like she's not herself. And I hate to see people be so sick that they're not themselves anymore. Yeah. It's really sad to see that, So I really hope that she gets better and don't really focus on, for me, don't focus on trying to get back on TV. Focus on trying to get back to Wendy. Once you get back to Wendy, then that other stuff will come. Just get back to Wendy. Because I don't feel like she is at, herself anymore. She's like a dementia version of that.
Yeah, like a shadow of herself. Like she's
a small version of her what she used to be. So just get back to yourself. Focus on you. That's my motto for the day. If you don't take nothing else from this video, focus on yourself. Focus on what you need to do for yourself, and then the rest will follow. MASE, do you have anything else to say before we close things out?
No, just that we love you, Wendy, and we hope you get over it. You get through what you have going on. Is sad to watch, but you're very strong. Take the strength within and fight, Wendy. Don't let this pull you down.
Mm-hmm. And do what you have to do, Wendy, to get better. And as far as Atlanta Housewives, we'll see what they give next week. But if they don't give what needs to be gave, we'll give y'all half a review, and then we'll give y'all another hot topic, and then we'll come back. But we will see y'all again this weekend where we do the rest of the hot topics for the week. We have a lot to discuss.
That's because we got to get a Blueface and his baby mother.
The looking like the baby mama.
Did you see that picture I sent you of that Stewie?
Of her peeing in the parking lot and him saying that ain't nobody watching you, but he got a whole
camera. Somebody made like a cartoon Stewie version of her.
Yeah, I saw.
I was like, oh my gosh, she looked just like that.
We're gonna talk about Blueface is definitely on the docket. And make sure y'all send whatever y'all want us to talk about this weekend. Make sure y'all send it to either one of us so we can put it on the docket up for discussion and keep up with the mess. And once again, make sure y'all like.
Keep your ears to the street. You all are our roving reporters out there on the street. Let us know.
Yes. Make sure y'all like the video. And shout out to all our new subscribers. We got quite a few new ones. Welcome to the MASE Shady Show. This is what we do. We just spontaneous over here. So thank you for subscribing. Thank you for liking this video. And we will see y'all this weekend for our update. So in the meantime, y'all be safe, and we will see y'all next time. Good night.